Hi, let's get back to today the concept of strings, and we will see some of the string methods as well. Okay, so already we know string is like a primitive data type. Okay, so which works with a text character. Okay, like any alphanumeric character, we want to store it in the variable. That's how we'll go for string, right? So we have already seen the basics of a string, like how the string is created. Like a string is created using single quotes. Any text or any number, anything you are providing inside the single quotes or double quotes, that it's treated as a string. Okay, even though it is a number, but if you are enclosing with a single quotes, it will become string, right? So three way we can create a string. One is single quotes, one is double quotes, and one is backtick characters. So why this backtick characters has came into exist, we will discuss. Okay, so let's go and create. So string can be then once the string is stored in one variable, then we can get like how array of 0, array of 1, array of 2 used to access the array element. Like that same way we can access the each character of the string using str 1 2 0 3 4 and all, right? So that like that that's how we access the string. So basically now we are going to start with the string. So let's create one string. So let str equals, I'll just write single quotes John, and I can just console it. So I'll just print str, save it. Oh my god. Okay, so see, you can see here John. So whatever we have stored in the string, we can just get that string, right? So it's a single quotes. Either you can provide double quotes, any quotes is fine. Okay, either single quotes or double quotes. Okay, but here the question is, already single quotes are there, but then why double quotes came into exist? Like sometimes you might have to store a message like I am a boy. Let's suppose this message you want to store or you want to display as a message. So this type of message, see, already this message contains quotes, single quotes, okay, or double quotes. Already this message contains a quotes. So what happens if I try to store this value inside single quotes? Let's suppose I'm just creating single quotes, and inside the single quotes I'll try to store the value. So what happens here, it will just treat only I as a string, because starting from single quotes here, it's ending to here. So till here only the strings are there, but it's not the same, it's not the expected. I am expecting entire this value to be stored in the string, and as it is, it should display. But because of this single quotes in closing and starting, so what happens, only it treats I as a string, right? So for that, if you are passing single quotes here, you can pass double quotes here to store the string. Now it will take entire string as a value. Okay, that's why this two combination has came. Now see, as it is, it will come. Okay, so that's how two combination has came, either single quotes or double quotes, and these are the use cases for single quotes and double quotes. Both exist in the creating the string. Now let's suppose I am trying to create a string and I am changing the value of the string. Okay, I wanted to like concatenate some of the part of the string. Like let's suppose I'll just write a message here. What is that? I'll just write I hello, and I'm just writing, I'm trying to concatenate John, or I'm trying to concatenate hello Mac. So let's suppose I have one string called what is that? I have a string called, let's suppose I'm just writing key, and here I'm passing, let's suppose John, and this two string I'm trying to store it. So to store this string, what happens, I have to just attach these two string and I have to showcase here. Okay, so what happens, whenever we are trying to attach two string, okay, one string with another string, we can do using, okay, operators. So which operator that is? That is plus operators. So whenever plus symbol is there, if you write any variable value, both the value operands as a number, then it will treat as a addition. Okay, but if your variable is any of the variable is string, then it will start concatenation. Like, see, already we have discussed regarding this when we creating the string previous in the basics of string. So what happens, it will just concatenate both the string. So either you can write like this, so it's like a str plus key, right? So we can see here hello John, right? Hello John. Now see here, I'm not writing any space. So if I'm not writing any space, no, what happens, like it will just not write any space. Okay, hello, I'll just write good morning. Okay, good morning. Now if I write here, it will create hello good morning, but G and J are attached, right? So we have to give here space. So these are all the issue here. Okay, so if you want to display some long text message and you have some of the key variable and some of the static variable, static value, and then you have to impose this. Now what happens here, I'll just comment this. Okay, and let's suppose I have only key John and I wanted to say hello good morning John. So either I can do like this. Okay, either I can do like this, because see, one is variable and one is static. So static I can do like this. I can just write hello good morning, and then plus symbol I can write key. So whatever key will pass, that value will be stored here. So if key is John, it will tell hello good morning John. If key value will be Mac, it will be hello good morning Mac. So using plus symbol we can attach. But see here the problem is we have to give a space, right? Otherwise it won't take a space. So that is the reason now we have to give a space. Okay, so let's suppose you have multiple keys, like you have hello good morning John, how are you? So we have just writing hope you are fine, hope you are fine. Okay, hope you are fine. So now see, now what happens, now every time I'm writing plus symbol to attach, every time I'm writing. So if the messages are more long, then 10 times you have to write plus symbol, plus symbol, plus symbol. Now see, and every time we have to take care of the spaces. Like see here a space we have given, that's why a space came here, right? Just to top. See here a space we have provided, that's why a space is coming. But here we forgot to provide a space, then here a space are not coming. Then John, N and H are the same place. So again we have to provide space. So these all things we have to take care every time, right? These all things we have to take care every time. And one more thing, like we cannot create using double quotes and single quotes, we cannot create a multi-lines string. Okay, like let's suppose if I want to create John and I have long paragraph, like John is a good boy. Okay, and let's suppose we have only this much space, and I'll go down and I'll just write he's amazing. Okay, now what happens, single quotes will not useful when we have long list of paragraph or when we have new line, multi-line string, multi-line message. So these are all the drawbacks of single quotes and double quotes using creating string. So these can be solved using one more method. We have to go and create a string called template literals. Okay, that is nothing but it's a backtick character. So in your keyboard, in your laptop, in your keyboard, below of the escape keyboard ESC key, below of that you have one backtick characters. So that backtick characters will help us to create a string with multi-line. Now see, in this backtick characters, if I'll write hello John, and if I do next line, there is no problem, he's good guy. Next line also we can go, he's amazing. Okay, so any number of lines we can go using backtick character. So this is also one way to create a string. So three way, one is double quotes, one is single quotes, and single quotes has drawbacks that we cannot create a multi-line string. Okay, so that's why we'll go for backticks character. And one more thing, when we go for single quotes or double quotes, and let's suppose we have to attach some variable with a static value, variable with a static value, then what happens, we have to always write plus symbol and to attach this, and again we have to take care of the spaces. So all those things we have to think about. But same thing I can use this backticks, okay, and I can print this in very easy manner, and however we'll write, same way it will display. So same thing I'll just write using backticks. So backticks means I'll write the same. So whatever spaces we'll give, it will take at the same space. So I'll just write hello, good morning, and then I have to write key as a variable. So if I'll write key like this, it won't take, it will take as a static. Okay, so how to refer the variable? Like, see, here you have referred using plus symbol, right? But here you can refer using dollar, open bracket, open curly bracket, close curly bracket, inside this one only. So wherever this dollar curly bracket will be there, that means that is a variable we have to provide. So we have just provide the variable here. Okay, and again we can write here, hope you are fine. Okay, so same thing we have did with this one. See how many times plus and all we are writing. Again we have to take care of the spaces, and this, see, this however we write, same way it will just display, and there is no 10 times plus symbol and all. Okay, so using backtick characters, I using dollar with variables. If let's suppose you have one more variable, let's suppose you have one more variable, then what happens here? It will attach one more variable, right? I'll just make it John, and I can write one more variable. Let's suppose hobbies equal to, I'll just write playing cricket. Fine. So two variable is there. Let's attach this. Hope you are fine, and let's play. Again you have to write here a space, again plus, and then again hobbies. Okay, like this you have to write 10 times plus, we have to write spaces also, we have to take care. So here what you will do, you will just write hope you are fine, let's play, and then again dollar curly bracket, because we have to attach one more variable, that is hobbies. So we'll just write hobbies. See, so same thing we can do very easily. And if you have to do using single quotes or double quotes, using attaching the variable with static value, then we have to do like this way. Okay, plus symbols and all, every time you have to attach, both will give us the same output. See, fine. So this is the three way to create a string. One way is single quotes, one way is double quotes, and combination of single quotes, double quotes when it is required, that we have seen. I am a boy, like that. So I comma apostrophe m, so that type of case we have to attach combined both single quotes and double quotes. That way we can create a string. And if we have like multi-line string, that time instead of going for single quotes or double quotes, we can use this backticks. Okay, and backticks character, what it will help us, it will help us like attaching variables with value, with static values. Okay, it's very easy and convenient way to write it. Okay, instead of writing 10 times plus symbol. Okay, so this is basically way of creating string. Okay, fine. Any doubt? And if you want to access the string value, you can just access the string value using console.log, and we can just write key of 2. So key of 2 is nothing but it's a 0, 1, 2. It's a H. See, H. So we can access string character, each character using index 0, 1, 2, 3, like that we can index. Okay, so we can do it as it is. Fine. So this is one thing we have studied in string. So last class also same thing we have discussed regarding string. Okay, now let's move on to some of the things. So same way as in the array there is a length property, same way string has the length property. So I no need to show this, right? Because just we can use str.length, we can get the total length of the character inside that string. So total length is 13 is showing, because good morning and exclamation is having 13, and spaces also will be count. Okay, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So total 13 is there, including a space. Okay, total length string can be calculated, the length of the string using length property. Now next, accessing character. So accessing character already we know, like using bracket notation, like str of 0 will give you H, str of 1 will give you E, str of 2 will give you L. So like that we can access each character of the string. Next is concatenating string using plus symbol. So see, if you have two string, if you want to attach, then you can just write John and plus name. Okay, so it will just attach hello John. So to concatenate two string, we can use plus operator, right? And same way, if you want to convert, so let's suppose any number is there and you want to convert it into string. So there are some of the way to convert into string. So let's go and convert. So basically we are trying to convert number to string or boolean to string. So let's suppose I'm just creating a data, okay, and I'm writing 34, and I'm writing 34. So now this 34, so it's like a number because 34 is a number. So if you want to convert it into string, we can convert this number into string in three ways. So first way we'll just go, so str we'll write here, and we'll write single quotes or double quotes plus what is that, data. So now what happens, this 34 which was their data inside data, that will convert it into string because I am attaching in string quotes. So anything, if there is one operand is string, then other operands also will become string. Already we have discussed, okay, last class, some previous classes. Like any of the operand will be string, then this plus symbol will start working as a concatenation. Yes.
Sir, the double quotes are in same place, sir.
Double quotes, just double quotes.
In middle, in double quotes, middle data.
No, nothing data is there.
Okay, sir.
No, wait. I'll show you. See, so what happens? Let's suppose plus symbol. There is one plus operator. Okay, so plus operator will take two parameter, right? 23 plus 34. This is plus operator, right? This is fine. See, 23
Yes,
plus 34 is addition, right? But let's suppose if any of the value, there is two value, one is 23 is one value, one is 34 is one value, right? So if any of the value is having string, okay, either single quotes or double quotes. So this, now in this scenario, 23 is the string and 34 is the number. So either of the value is string, then this time this plus symbol will not do addition, it will do what, it will just attach 23 34, like that it will attach, and that too with a string it is, because this time this plus symbol will work as a string concatenation. It will just concat both the string, it will merge both the string, because 23 is string. If 23 is not a string, then it will just add. So 3 and 4 7, and 3 and 5 57, it will just add. Okay, the value will be 57, it's the addition. But any of the value will be string, it will just convert it into string. So same thing we are doing here for data. So how data is, like, see, first, so plus symbol takes two parameter side by side. So I'll just write plus. Now one place is data, right? One place is data, and this place nothing is there, we don't have anything, so this will give empty string. That's it. So what happens, one side it is string, another side it is number, then this will, what will happen, it will attach with this two. So this two attach means 34, and it will convert, and it will create in 34. So like that it will create. Okay, so now it will convert it into string. So basically we have converted data 34, which is number, to string and stored into str. Okay, so that's how also we can convert any number or any value to string. Okay, understood? Now this is string basically. Okay, now let's go for another method. So one more methods are there to convert into string. Other than this, just we are taking the value, that is data dot to string. Okay, dot to string. So if any value will be there, either this is number, right? Data is number, so number dot to string will be there, it will convert it into string. Okay, and see, this is black color is coming, right? 34. But if it could be number, no, it will come different color. Like, let's suppose if I'll just comment it out, okay, and I'll just print here data. So now data is number, and I'm not doing anything. So this time 34 will be in other what is that? See, it's in different color. It's showing like it's a number. But whenever I try to do this string concatenation and I'm trying to print this, then it will come as a string. So this is string, this is different color, this is different color. Okay, so str is nothing but it's a string. So we can convert any number, any value to string using two way. One is concatenating empty string using plus symbol, or else to string method. That is, whatever value you want to convert, that value dot to string without any parameter inside will convert that value into string. Okay, so that is one thing. Okay, so this is how anything can be converted into string. Okay, so let's get back to this. So I have just taught you this and this. I have skipped this. Okay, so later we'll discuss. Once we'll go for object, that time again we'll discuss what is this string. Okay, so see here, status is false, right? So false is nothing but it's a boolean. Like see here, I'll just write status as false. So boolean value should not be stored in the double quote, single quotes, right? Boolean value is directly written here. No any quotes will be provided for boolean value. Okay, now let's convert it into a string. So I'll just write console.log and I'll just do status plus, I can just do single quotes. If I'll do this much, then it will just convert it into string. Okay, so this becomes string now. Okay, so anything with plus symbol and with one operand as a string, it will convert this also as a string. Okay, or else we can do two string, that also converts as a string. Okay, so this is property and operators. Understood? Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, next, this is very important topic, comparing string. So generally what we do, we will always compare the value, right? There is a comparison operator which compares the value, and in comparison operator also I have discussed regarding this string, how the string is comparison will happen. Like see, if we have let a equal to 23 and let b equal to 34, okay, and we are trying to compare, like like console.log a less than b. Okay, this is comparison operator, less than, so a less than b, so it will come true, right? It will come true because a is 23 and b is 34. So same way, if a is having the value as small a and this is having the value as small b, so how it will compare? And I'm just comparing a less than b. So that time what happens, every character, okay, every character have some character code. So based on character code it will compare. So when it comes here, first this value of a which is having only a, first we will check the character code. So the character code of a is 97. So where we can go and check, so just we'll copy this. This is the link address where we'll go and we'll just check this. So this is the list of character code for all the characters. You see, so you can see here capital A is 65. Okay, I'll just do capital A is 65, right? And you can see small a is 97, right? Small a is 97. So my value as small a, right? My value as small a. I'll just write here data 1 and data 2, otherwise you will get confused. Okay, so data 1 is having small a and data 2 is having a small b. Okay, and now I'm trying to compare. So now tell, this small a is having what value? So 97. So basically the character code for this is 97, and a small b is having 98. So data is less than data 2, means data a 97 is less than 98, it's a true, so it will print true. But if I'll tell data is greater than data 2, it will print false because 97 is less than 98. Okay, so that's how the comparison will happen in the string. Okay, so each of the character will be having character code, and based on that character code it will compare each other. Okay, so that's how character comparison will happen in the string. So let's get back to Okay, so that's how we'll compare the character code. See, A has the code 97 and B has the code 98. So what happens? A less than B, that returns true because 97 is less than 98. Okay, so like that property comparison operators are there. Okay, now how we have seen like how to create a string, how to what is that, concatenate two string. Now let's search whether in the string some of the parts of the strings are there or not, like how we have checked in the array. Like in array we have lots of long list of element and you are just searching one element inside the array. So you have used indexOf, you have used includes, you have used lastIndexOf. So same methods are available for string as well. So see, let's go for indexOf. So indexOf is nothing but string dot indexOf, and then we'll check with what you want to search from. Okay, and same thing like as we saw in the indexOf in array. So second parameter will be like starting from which index you want to search. So this, see, let str finding substring in string. This is complete string. Now we are finding str. So let's see where is the str. So it will just take str here. So str starts with here. Okay, index of str. So it starts with here. So first occurrence is here. So what is the index? So it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So basically at 11th position str starts, str starts. So that's why it will print 11. So indexOf we can use to the string as well to check part of the string is available in that main string or not. Okay, and this is also always a case sensitive. Case sensitive means if we change this, both are str, but if you make one letter as capital and another letter as small letter, then it won't match. It won't like ignore, or it will just match. It will not match. Like see this example. See, we have one variable called str. We have js as capital and indexOf as small, and then we are trying to search small js in this string. Anyway, js is there but not in the small. So that time it will come as -1, saying like it cannot found. But if you write here capital JS, then it will found. Okay, so be called as case sensitive. Means if we change lowercase into uppercase, uppercase into lowercase, means capital letter into a small letter. Let's suppose our main string is in capital letter and you're searching using a small letter. So that time also it will fail. Okay, that's why we'll call as a case sensitive. Okay, and one more important things I want to talk about string. So before going to that, first I wanted to bring out the array. Okay, again we'll go back to the array and I'll show you something. See, so we have one data, right? And let's suppose we are just writing 23, 45, 67. So this is array, right? And now I wanted to perform some operations. So what I wanted to perform, I'll just write data dot push. Okay, and I wanted to add 90. Okay, just 90 push. So here what happens? Here we are changing the same data array variable here. So what happens? Every time whenever we do some manipulation inside the array, it will change the original array. So now see, after doing this, now if I do console.log data, then what happens? It will print including 90. It will print including 90. Means same array previous, this is original array, same array we can manipulate. If you want to do any operations, it will affect to the same array. Okay, it will change the same array. Means array is getting modified. Previously it was 23, 45, 67. Now it is 23, 45, 67 and 90, because we have performed some manipulation here. We are doing push operation to same array. Okay, so each time you will perform, it will change to original array. This is original array. But in a string, never, whenever you perform any manipulation, it always creates a new string. It will never disturb the original string. Like how it's disturbing the original array, same way in a string will never be disturbed. Original string will be always original. Whatever changes you will do, whatever operations you will perform, whatever methods you will use, that will always be treated as a new string. Okay, new string. Fine. So let's check with this. So let's check this. I'm just writing hello world. Okay, hello world, and let's try to do some operations. So what I'm doing here, I'm just writing data plus, and I'm adding some more string, right? I'm adding ERP, something like that, right? I'm just trying to print data. See, when I return this plus ERP, even though attaching to the same data, but data will not affect with plus ERP, because whenever we try to perform any operations on the string, always it creates a new string. So basically this combined, it creates a new string. That's why we have to write new variable. Okay, so whenever you perform any operations on any string, it always returns you the new string, always returns you new string, but never change the original string. Okay, this concept is called immutable. This concept is called immutable. In immutable, what happens? Whenever you try to perform any operations on the original string, it will never change to that string. It always creates a new string, right? So see, whenever we try to write the data will be always hello world. But whenever I try to print DA, so once I print DA, now DA will have data, that is hello world space ERP. See, DA is having hello world ERP, but data is still hello world. That means any operation will perform on the string, it will always returns you the new string. It will not make any changes to that respective string. Okay, so this is one thing you have to remember in a string. Okay, so next let's move on to last index. Last index also same as it is, like it will start from the last. So here see, JavaScript is there, so we want to check A, whether A is available. So A is available as 0 1 index, right? And one A is available as 0 1 2 third index. So last index I am writing, right? So last index means lastly it will check, so it will check another more is not there. Okay, then it will return 3. Basically it has to return 1, but using last index we are trying to return last time when it occurred. So last time A occurred at the third index, so that's why it's printing third index. Okay, so this is last index. Already you have knowledge of array, that's why I'm not going for more this one. Okay, like that it is. Here also see hello world, so this is also like case sensitive. See hello world, and I'm trying to start with L, capital L, but capital L is not there here, small l is there. That's why it's printing -1, because this capital L we cannot find inside this small hello world, because in hello world all the L's are small letter, but I am searching with capital letter. Okay, so that's why case sensitive. You have to, if you are searching, you have to provide the search you whatever in the main string it's written. So either a small o, either capital H, or either a small e. So if you search like that way using last index of, then only you will get the proper output, otherwise you will get -1. Okay, fine. So let's move on to include. So same thing as like see, indexOf will give you index whenever you will match, like either -1 if it is not found, or else the index if it is found, and include will either give you the true value or false value. Okay, so it will return in a boolean state either true or false. So whenever you operate anything in using include method, it will return you the new string. So all of the manipulation, whatever methods we are going through in the string, all will create a new string. It will not change the original string. Okay, it will not change the original string. And includes are the same. See, admin@example.com, this is my text, and I'm trying to check if @ is there or not. So definitely it's there, so it will just print here true. It will not give the index because it's an include method. Include method will always returns true if found, or false if not found. Okay, so this is includes method. Now next is start with method. Start with method is nothing but whether the string has started with some character or not. Like see here the example, whether the main string starts with this word or not. Okay, so let's suppose in this class, what are the names which start with S, what are the names which start with M? So it's like Mona, Sandeep, so something like that. it will be there, MS. Okay, Amar, A for Amar. So start with A means Amar will come. Okay, fine. So that is one start with. So start with will take same. So search. So now see this example. Title: Jack and Jill went up the hill. So this is the big long string, and I wanted to check if this string it starts with Jack or not. So it will return true. So let's check this out, and we'll check whether it false condition also. So let str, I'll just write equals Jack and John in the hills. Okay, and let's try to search str dot starts with let's suppose Jack. I'll just write first Jack. So definitely this string starts with Jack only. So, and we are checking really it starts with Jack. Then I'll just write, because it will always create a new string. So I'll write new str, and I'll try to print it. Console.log new str. Okay, so see it's printing true because this string, main string, starts with Jack. But if I do here instead of Jack, I'll do just Mac. Okay, or I'll write hills, even though hills is there in the string, but it's not starting with the hills, it's starting with the Jack. So that time it will print false. Okay, so it prints false. Okay, so that's how it starts with happens. And one more is there, starts with, and then one more is there called ends with. Ends with. So always it should ends with something. So see here this entire string is ends with hills. So if I search ends with hills, it will print true, because really it's ending with the hills. But if I tell ends with John, ends with John, but this string is not ending with John, right? John is in center, but we are trying to tell, okay, this string ends with John, then this is false. That's why it will release false here. Okay, the output is false. So start with, end with is very, very important. You have to get to know. Okay, while problem solving, all these things will be important. Okay, let's end with now trim. So what is trim? Okay, now see, let's suppose you are having a form like registration form, and there is in the registration form there is a big box, right? In the registration form we have a big box, and it's written like type your name, something like that, type your name. So what you will do, will just write here Sandeep in the box. Let's suppose this is box, form box. And sometimes what happens, instead of writing without Sandeep, we'll just provide a space by mistakenly. So what happens, whenever we collect the data from this box, we will collect as not Sandeep, we will collect as space Sandeep. Okay, space Sandeep. So user might provide Sandeep after a space, or starting a space, or starting 2 to 3 space. So but the value is not that, value is only the word, not with the space. So to remove the white space from the string, either from front or back at the same time, we use trim method. Okay, so let's check with this with the trim method. So trim method, what it does, let's suppose Jack has one space. Okay, and in between space it won't remove, only the outer space it will remove, and hills as the space. And now I'm trying to do what is that Jack and John in the hills space, trim. So I'll just write trim. Okay, trim, so without any parameter. So once I pass this trim, then what I'm trying to tell, okay, for this string remove all the white space outside from both the side. Okay, white space outside from both the sides. So you will see the output as Jack and John in the hills. But if you want print this trim, and if you try to print str, then how it looks like this, because there is no trim. See here one space is there, and here one space will be there. Okay, so sometimes we'll create issue. So whenever you take the data from the front end and you are backend developer, So you have to take the data from front end, like okay, this data take and give me some proper API or proper data. So that time you have to focus on that. Okay, and we have to trim it. So any value collecting from the form data, first it has to get trimmed, then only we pass to the database. That practice we have to bring it out. So when we go for project, then we'll read trim, more we will use. So just understand, trim will always remove outer space. Whatever space will be there, it will just remove all the spaces, but not in the inner space. Inner space it will never remove. See, only outer space it will remove. Oh, I have not trimmed. I will just trim and I will just write. See, only outer space. See, outer space, this much was there previously, now it got removed, but inner space it will not remove. Okay, inner space will be same as it is. Okay, so this is the value for trim. Okay, so here also see both side this much big boxes are there, but at last after trimming, what happens? It's came compact, right? It will come compact.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, trim is used to space purpose, sir.
Yeah, to remove the extra space on the names.
Oh, okay.
Outer space, just outer, both side outer space. That much only
Okay.
useful trim is.
Okay.
But this is very important. Whenever we go for Node.js, no, when we go the project creation, and that time what I'll do, I'll take the value from the form. So inside form, I will first write a space, and then I'll write the name. Okay, so that time what happens, we have to remove the white space from outside, otherwise it will take as it is. It will take space Sandeep, space Amar. So that time what we'll do, we'll just trim the value from the box, form box, and then we will send it to the database. Okay, so that at that time the trim will be used. Okay, fine. So next is two uppercase and two lowercase. It's nothing but it's very simple method. Like any string which is in the combination of either lower or upper, either capital or small letter, it will convert it all into capital letter. That is two uppercase. Okay, so any message, like see, message is hello, H is capital, E all are small, and if we do message dot to uppercase, then it will return capital LO, HELLO. So all are in capital because we are writing two uppercase. And if we perform two uppercase with undefined or with null value, means empty or undefined, so that time it will return error because nothing is there and you are trying to do two uppercase. Okay, so that's how this two uppercase will be there. Same way two lowercase, it will convert all the value, the string value to small letter. So everything will become small letter. See here H and E is small, but LLO is capital. But when I write two lowercase, that time what will happen? It will just convert it into small letter. So this type of things, when it is required, I'll tell you. Whenever, let's suppose someone has kept password or someone has want to compare their data, and they might have stored in capital and they might passing the small. So that time what will happen? We both will make the small letter and then we'll compare whether it is matching or not matching. Okay, so that type of scenario we can use two lowercase and two uppercase. Now one next is replace method. Replace is nothing but we are trying to replace part of the string with whatever we are giving. Now see here the value JS will rock you. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to replace string dot replace. So in this string I wanted to replace JS. So first is whatever to be replaced. So from this string replace JS with JavaScript. So instead of JS just write JavaScript. So what happens now, whenever new string will come, what happens? It will just print JavaScript will, JS will rock you. But it won't change both the places. It will only change the replace will always work for only first matching. So here it got matched, so that's why it's replaced there only. But here it matched, but it can't do anything. Okay, so replace will always replace one matching substring to another substring. Okay, one matching substring to another substring, but it will not change the original string. This str will be as it is, but new str will have new string which is having removal of this and then JavaScript attached to it. Okay, so next is replace all. So what replace all will do, now previously replace was only having first matching, but replace all, if you write, no, it will replace everywhere. Wherever this find JS, it will replace. So you see, in this string there is two place JS, so it will replace with JavaScript both the places, right? See, JavaScript will, JavaScript rocks. Okay, so that's how it will replace all. Okay, now last method for today, we'll go for split. Split is nothing but we are trying to convert string into array. So many scenario you will get, you have to convert string into array. Okay, so in future you will get, so whenever we are trying to convert string into array, we can use split method, so that it will split. Splitting will tell, no, split, I'm giving you 10 chocolate, you split it among yourself. So what you'll do, you'll just, so one box chocolate will be there, or let's suppose I'm giving you a pouch of connected pouch of shampoo, and I'll tell you, okay, split among all 10 people. So what you'll tear all the pouches, 10 pouches you will tear, split it, one, and you will pass it to all the people. So like that only we will split. So basically split, it will convert string, one string, complete string to array, and it will split based on some like label or some separators. So here I'm writing space. So when I write a space, what happens, it will check from starting, okay, where is space, where is space, where is space. So here is space. So here space means this is as a one element, and it will store into array. Now next space it will check. So next space here. So take this entire string as a one element and store into array. Now again it will check next. So next is ending. So ending is entire, this one it will take and it will store in third element. So basically it will convert a string into array. Now see, all these words became array element. Okay, so the splits is very, very important topic. Okay, later when you wanted to manipulate string and you wanted to perform some operations, and you might have to convert into array to perform operation, that time you can use that split. Okay, now see, now split has some of the methods, mechanism. Okay, so see, now we are writing Java is good language. Okay, Java script is good language. Now see, now what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to split this into pieces. So I'll just write console.log str.split, and split with what? So split can be of any parameter. So either we can write here, let's suppose I'm just writing a space. So first time I'm doing with a space. So once I do with a space, what happens, it will just print JavaScript is 1, easy is 1, good is 1, language is 1, and here also one space is there, that's why it's printing space. Okay, so see, JavaScript, and if you will pass here, let's suppose you are passing here good. So what will happen, this good will take as a separator. So before good will be one string, and after good will be one string. So whatever you will pass here, that will take as a one string. So good will not print. Now good also, good only we are giving as a separator. So what happens here now, sir? What happens? Before good till here it is one element, and it will store into array. So JavaScript is, so this is stored into array. And after good, so after good, this entire will be stored into another element. So entire will be stored into another element. So that's how whatever separator will pass. If we pass layer is, so is nothing but this. This is there is. So is nothing but this. So this one will be one element. Okay. From here to here will be one element, and from here to here will be one element. See, and is skipped because is we are passing as a separator. So this is very important based on what separator you wanted to convert. And let's suppose you forgot to pass any value, we are just providing a split. So what happens, it returns entire string. See, it returns entire string as a one converted into array. So entire string it kept inside the array, so only one element. Okay, so this is also very important. And next, if let's suppose you are not passing any separator, but we are passing quotes, only quotes, but with no separator, so that time what happens, nothing, no space, nothing, just quotes, empty quotes. So this time what happens, it will separate each character from that string. Now see how it comes. See, J is 1, A is 1, V, A, S, C, R, I, P, T, 1 space, I, S. So all splitted into character by character. So this is also very important. Later if you want to manipulate something inside this string, so first you can do with split, but you have to pass parameter only empty single quotes. If you provide any spaces or anything, then it will convert it into, this will be converted into array. Okay, fine. So this much is for today. Split, fine. So split is nothing but it's converting a string into array string. So whatever limitation, whatever separator will pass, that way it will convert. Okay, fine. So let's close this today and just see the video and tell me if you have any doubt. You can ask me. I'm not stopping the recording. Just ask me if you have any doubt. Just try to read it and try to revise this topic. Okay. Okay, these are very small topics. Just you have to follow this document and you just practice by writing 2 3. Okay, bye bye.
Okay, bye.